Okay, our second example here is going to be a lot like the first, except we're just going to use a different data plugin. Same theory though. So again, I'm just going to go ahead and drag any type of geometry down here. You can use whatever you want. This particular case, I'm just going to use a sphere. I'm going to go ahead and just drop a material on it, and we'll be able to see it a little bit better. This time, before we begin anything with DataPool, again, what we have to do is go into our scene settings, go into the plugin folder, and then we're going to go into our built-ins, our scene plugins, and we're going to drag our DataPool plugin into our scene settings plugin tab here. Now I'm going to go back into our container plugins, into the data folder, and this time let's do something like a data scale. So I'm going to drag the data scale onto my sphere here. I'm going to go into my scale and into the editor up here in the upper right. Again, we have a field name, so we can give this any type of name we want. I'm just going to call it size, for example. Down here in the format, we have several different options. We have an X, a Y, a Z, XY, XZ, YZ, XYZ. Again, let's just change it to X. Then we'll jump back into on-air mode just to send this again. So let's bring up your viz send command module. And since we already have that command typed in here, we can just kind of use this. All we really need to know is what name we gave the data scale plugin. And we called it the size. So I'm just going to say size equals 100. And we can hit send. And of course, we need to make sure that we're connected again. So once I hit send, you can see how that affects the size of this scale. So let's jump back out of here. And if we go into the scene settings, you can see that the size here equals 100. So this area here received the data from the viz send command. If we want to go back and reset this, you can see what happened in the scaling here. Even though our scaling was locked, it changed it on the X scale to 100. So let's go ahead and reset that. And just to save us some time here, rather than going through the viz send command program, we're just going to go in here and type our things in here. So each time you type in a new variable or a new number, you can see how this is affecting our sphere.